Hello everyone, I'm Phoenix Tremaine and I'm here with
Fox.
And we're going to talk about the 3 worst couples on Married to Medicine. I have my 3, he has his 3, and I'll start. My third couple that I think is the worst on the show, and this is completely due to the fact that they bore me so much that I want them off the show so bad.
Okay, Nene.
Because they are so boring, and their storyline is so contrived that I can't wait. See, I don't even know the husband's name. That's how boring they are. I had to type it up. I can't wait for Contessa and Scott to leave the show. Hell, I'd rather them bring back Lisa and what's his face.
That ain't happening though.
Oh, I know.
Because he's like really cheating, and she can't go through that.
Yeah, she couldn't go through that on camera because he wasn't low with his stuff. He wasn't down low with his stuff. He was like, yeah, that was like out in the open.
Tell me, bitch.
Yeah, so one of my old personal training clients interviewed his boyfriend for his YouTube page way back then. So his stuff was really out on Front Street. And then the call with the girl, you know, where she was telling, tell her you're married. You know, that.
He would be number 1. But
my number 3 is Contessa and Scott, because I feel they have no point on the show whatsoever. They may not be the worst marriage, but they're the worst couple. My number 3 is because they don't have chemistry, and she looks so lost. Every scene she looks lost.
This is their first
What was
season.
that 90s party? What was that 90s party? Really? These bougie chicks.
She's still learning. She like a baby did.
If she was gonna have a 90s party, she should have done the 90s kid and play house party and had the dances and all that. Quad would have been for that, you know.
Was she?
And Simone, yeah, she couldn't wait to dance.
And then,
you know, she would have loved that if they all practiced the house party dance and was battling each other. That's how you do a 90s house party. You go back to the kid and play route. Because that's what the viral... Remember that video went viral with young kids that did the...
Yeah.
And then everybody kept trying to do it. And then that's when everybody started talking about doing 90s parties. Because of that viral video. It was a viral video where they were all dressed like the 90s. And they were in like the living room. They were like battling each other, dancing with 90s dances, and the video went viral, and then all of a sudden everybody and their mama wanted to have a 90s party. That's how you do it. You don't give them the worst alcohol you can think of.
But Alexander, I remember because Monique stayed drinking it.
I don't drink, and I was in the 90s, so it ain't got nothing to do with the drink. You know, that wasn't the only drink.
But you said the terrible drink.
What was the bougie drink in the 90s? Give them the bougie drink in the 90s. It was always been a bougie drink. I don't drink, but I know it was something up there that people's bougie about. I know now the bougie drink is what's Ciroc.
Yes, right.
So,
of course.
And then I'm sure it was some brandy or something people was drinking. Something.
Hennessy, probably.
What was that? What was Billy D drinking back then? Shit.
Colt 45.
Well, that was the 70s, but you know what I'm saying. I just didn't like the party, the way it was set up. It looked real cheap.
Yeah,
it looked like you had no money. It was cheap. People had money in the 90s. I'm sorry. You know,
maybe not those people. Well, Jackie did.
You could have had people dressed up like Biggie, Tupac, you know, something like that. You know, go 90s. Ask people to dress up like their favorite 90s person, because wasn't Heavenly dressed up like Peppa?
Yeah.
You know, something like that. I'm just saying, have more imagination. You know, half the girls I didn't like.
But that wasn't even 90s, because that was an 80s song.
Exactly. I didn't even think about that. They had lots of hits in the 90s, but that was from the first one, Push It, which was like 80 something.
85 or 86.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Yeah, so Pebbley wasn't even dressed correctly. Hell, some of them wouldn't even dress.
Yeah, I know. That was
so.
Like Quad,
I know my friend
show up in
fell out when he saw
2017.
Quad's butt in that video. When we were watching, he saw Quad's butt. He's like, rewind.
Very nice ass. Like, damn, Quad. Damn.
So, but we always knew about that with Quad last season when she did the Caribbean birthday party for her husband.
It's like they won't necessarily.
That's when she was trying to pretend like her marriage was good. But that's my couple, Contessa and the maid that, talks to her like crap. Did the maid ever come back?
No, Darnell Jones' mother is not back yet.
I bet they probably bring her back.
Yeah, because
storyline.
Yeah.
But I'm saying she ain't Florence from Good Time. I'm from the Jeffersons. I'm getting my shows mixed up.
I was about to say, Florida was able to afford a...
I meant Florence from the Jeffersons, that you can just talk back to your boss like that. That's some Florence stuff. But it showed me if your nanny can't even respect you, calling you bougie and whatnot, that wasn't entertaining. It just made me feel like he was a weak at, you know what?
But see,
I don't like Contessa.
All of that comes from a place from Miss Renee.
And what about all that forehead?
Contessa and Scott, this nigga just don't see it for y'all too. He just don't see it. He's not even trying to let y'all be like.
If y'all were a fun couple,
but they are. But like when they
if you were talking about,
like I was like, damn, like they, like it's not like.
I've only missed 3 episodes. Was it within them 3 episodes?
It probably was.
What about on the beach? Did Contessa have issues with her husband?
They didn't show.
Was she all?
But they didn't show Aiden and Mariah either.
But Mariah interjected her.
But that was just that.
I know, but she still had her moment on the show. Mariah wasn't going to be on the show without a moment. But Mariah is never going to be like...
Mariah said, like, that studied New York. That's the blueprint, ladies and gentlemen. She's the blueprint.
So, but I'm saying that I just feel that they're boring. They probably couldn't even get a campfire issue.
See, like, what happened to Janice? Like, I liked her.
I like Janice. I'm cool with Janice. Did Janice have a man?
Yeah.
Oh.
She married and all of that. Like, so.
But they didn't really show her like that. Like, I would have loved for Janice to have stuck around.
Let's see them mingle and like stop.
She was better than Contessa, and my friend had confused some. It was I think Mariah's friend. For the girl from Real Housewives of Atlanta, she looked just like her. The one is just a friend that was like stealing and men and went to jail. Marlo, that's what I'm trying to think of. Then her friend looked just like Marlo. I would even want Marlo on the show. I'm sure Marlo got a man that does medicine somewhere.
Men that she boosts.
Could be Mr. Big, like Kim had, just don't show him.
She does have.
I'm just saying Marlo would bring a lot to the table.
But if she was going to bring enough to the table, she would have a peach. They don't like her.
I don't think that. I think Marlo deserves a peach. She deserved a peach a long time, but she deserves a peach more than Cynthia. But that's a whole nother show.
To me, she was like Brandy Glanville to Beverly Hills.
But I don't watch that show. Anyway, that was my couple. What's your number 3 worst couple?
My number 3 worst couple is Quad.
That's not number 1? Okay. Wow, somebody's worse than Quad and Greg right now? Yeah. Oh, Simone and Curtis. Oh, never mind. But your number 3 is Quad and Greg.
They are number 3 because they really... I can see them heading for a divorce. I can see them, Quad, getting tired.
She's already tired.
I mean, she already tired, but... Damn. certain parts of their relationship make me want to put them at 1, but I'm gonna put them at 3. She keep making up excuses as to why. Like, now we all know why she got with him and love.
Some money. They said she was homeless, living in a car and whatnot.
That's what Mariah said.
I believe Mariah. I believe Mariah when Mariah and Quad fell out for real. You know, because I say I wouldn't be shocked if they were girlfriends at one point, because they broke up like a couple. Although I think it was you or somebody else was like, well, I had a best friend and that was my client. He was like, I had a best friend and we broke up like a couple and we weren't a couple. And I'm like, you know, I believe Lisa and her little rumors and whatnot that maybe something else was going on, you know, between the two of them, because they really look like bitter girlfriends that them broke up. And I know people got mad because I said Simone and Jackie, you know, I think they fooling around or whatever, but same thing with Quad and Mariah.
I just wouldn't, like, for some strange reason, I kind of see Simone and Jackie. Like, I don't know why
I've indoctrinated him. He didn't think Simone and Jackie were fooling around till I said it, and then he started thinking about it. See? So now he's on the train I'm on of
it's not impossible. Like,
and we barely agree on anything.
You gotta. Hollywood is Hollywood. No matter if it comes down to reality TV or even social media, it's still Hollywood. This is still Hollywood to a degree.
I know women can have a closeness and can have bonds and all that stuff, but sometimes you look at those bonds and it feels like it's crossed the line to where there's more of an intimate bond. And
intimate, but intimate don't necessarily mean have sex. Like, intimate just means deep. It really do just mean deep.
I bet she was deep.
How? With her finger?
They probably had. I ain't gonna go there. But you know, a lot of women have toys.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes them toys they can share.
Yeah, it is 2 heads.
But you know what I'm saying. She might have a deep with the tongue. You never know. It can go any place. But what I'm saying is, I do feel like Jackie and Simone is potentially bisexual. I think Simone's a lesbian, but I think that potentially that her and Jackie, when all said and done, will end up together.
That's funny you think Simone is, because I always thought Jackie.
You always thought Jackie was lesbian. I always thought Simone was a lesbian.
That's funny.
To me, Jackie is too destroyed by what her husband has done not to have been completely in love with him. That I think that she might have been okay with doing something a little on the side maybe with Simone, but I do feel like that betrayal of love is real. Them tears look real. I've seen some fake
like
reality
Jackie
show
really
tears.
This past episode I was like, damn. Ooh, like she really cried. Like, but
now I know people get mad at me because they said I defend the men more than the women. Hell, I'm a man. But I am reasonable. But I do feel like Jackie and Curtis were on 2 different pages. He should have let Jackie have a kid, you know, adopt a kid because of everything she's been through. Mm-hmm. And he was ready for retirement, not trying to give her what she wanted. I know a lot of people in the comments were saying that Jackie works too much to have a kid, but Jackie did say she would work less if there was a kid. You know, because you know it's Jackie's not going to neglect a kid if she get a kid.
Now you...
And it didn't have to be a baby.
To be here.
Just like we feel like Claude should give Greg a kid.
And a kid, like if that's
she's had cancer twice. You know, she's a gynecologist.
Why would you let her... No.
She's a gynecologist. She's birthing babies every day.
But then my question to Jackie would be... I get that that's your husband.
Mm-hmm.
I get it, and I get that he's the man, and you're the woman, and not let him take charge. But I get it. I totally get it. It's the same thing with Heavenly, and like he takes ran by the man, but the women keep the tempo.
Now Jackie's passive aggressive, so Jackie's passive aggressive, so even though she will give him what he wants, whether it's the house or whatever he wants to do.
Like she give him what
however,
no
the aggressive part of her passiveness is she's like,
I'm gonna work and I'm gonna not be here.
There you go.
But
I'm gonna give you what you want, but you still ain't gonna have me because I ain't gonna be here. And then get shocked that he went and cheated. But you know what I'm saying? You know, he's in retirement mode. He's ready to spend plenty of time with her.
He's too old human being to not empathize with what his wife needs, and she's old to not be like, this is what's happening, this is what I'm going to do. Like,
right, if she just showed up with a kid one day, what are you gonna do? You know,
I don't want to. Like, well, you ain't like, you wanted a bio kid. I can't give you that.
He already had kids, not from her. So he's already done the kid thing, and he didn't want to do it again, and he was being selfish. And
that is another reason why she stayed at work.
Right, and there's the reason why he cheated.
So it's like they both contributing factors as to why
and
they
that's
cheated.
all I was trying to say. She did some stuff that caused him to
just
feel.
Needed me to come for the masses because they sleep.
It's both of them that have issues, and they never
he
were
did
able to come
tell
together.
her. He did on camera tell her, I need this. So when she sat down in front of that relationship person and really was like, oh, so this is what he was saying all that. He said it at the reunion, and you said, if he got to go out and find somebody, then so be it.
And he did.
He already was then.
Right. Right.
He's like, so I mean,
well, that's why Curtis is trying to fix it. Is because he doesn't want to go through all of that. He's willing. He did what he did, and now he's willing to try to work on the marriage again. Now, if he really wants Jackie to forgive him, give her a kid. That's all. Because then that would be his sacrifice.
Mm-hmm. Because she like that. They will eventually get a divorce. Like, this is not etched in stone,
but it's not. It's not finalized.
They are going to get a divorce. Like,
so I haven't seen 3 episodes, so I don't know how bad it's gotten.
Cecil, I mean not Cecil. Curtis is very. He's not taking into account her feelings at all. Like, he's still trying to explain his side, and not even really say what his side really is, and rightfully so, because you on camera. I get it. Some shit, everything ain't for the camera. I get it. But his selfishness, like, and Contessa pointed when he was sitting there, and he was like, well, I just feel like if I need, and if you, and then that's when Jackie came to that realization after the lady had said what he was basically trying to say to her, like, so that's what he was really trying to say, and now, you know, I can receive it, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but he told you at the reunion last year exactly what
Sometimes people tell you stuff, but you don't hear it. People have told me stuff, and I didn't hear it until I heard it.
That's because one was not listening.
But sometimes
you were only hearing it.
But sometimes what you say, when people say stuff, you don't process everything they say. Yeah. You only process part of it. Because you're in your feelings. Because you're in your feelings about it. Mm-hmm. So you only process what you want to hear. But then sometimes, in the quiet, you hear the rest. You know, sometimes it takes hearing it, even sometimes from somebody else, for you to really hear. Like, you may not even respect the person's opinion, but when somebody you respect says it, then you go, oh, wait a minute.
But see, I feel like you want to choose who give you good information.
But I'm
and that is some bull.
That's just people. That's just how people be.
But that's just sensitive people. Like, yeah, I'll accept the advice, but I won't accept it from you. Advice is advice. The truth and the fact and the matter of the whatever is just that. Like, it doesn't matter who it's giving it, who is giving it, because it's given and it's needed to be said. Like, you just don't say that. Be like, I don't like you, so don't say. Like, and that will eliminate that part. Like, you don't even have to feel that feeling, because you just cut that person off. Like, I don't like you, so don't even talk to me about that. That's what. Shit, no, I'm not talking about that.
So, all right, I think you made your point. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go to my number 2, which would be where the hell are they? Simone and Cecil. Simone and Cecil are the number 2 worst couple on Married to Madison. You know, an honorable mention would be Jackie and Curtis, but they didn't make my top 3. But Simone, you know, and like I said, I know people got mad at me in the comments section and let me have it about me saying this, but I do blame Simone a lot for what was going to happen. There's a lot of double standards. I did, you know, see that scene on the latest Married to Madison where Heavenly was trying to, being messy, was like, and you went and used that money without her permission. And me, and probably every guy watching, said, what about that Maserati? Because when she did it,
did she drive that shit?
Them couple seasons ago, when she brought that Maserati without his permission, she said, and so what? You know? So she didn't care about his feelings about spending money.
But why didn't she care about his feelings?
Well, they were already, their marriage was already crumbling. You know, we're just getting the full brain.
The majority of that money, I'm quite sure, is hers anyway. Now, granted, they're married, and she should
every penny that she makes, as long as they're married, is joint money.
Yeah,
her money is his money, and his money is her money. And no matter how people want to talk about, you know, how much she's made, just like in a marriage with a husband is the majority breadwinner, you know, she gets half unless there's a prenup, and you know, ain't no prenup involved. So their money is each other's money. Their money is each other's money. So that's how he was even able to access the $25,000. But that car wasn't cheap either. But you see how Simone was so selfish and so in her own world. She wanted to crucify him on what he's done. But when he turns it around and go, well, you've done the same thing. What did she say?
It's not tit for tat.
No. He said he went too far or something like that.
Yeah, and she said you gonna do the tit for tat.
You know, and I was like, no, you're having a discussion. So if you want to pull out my dirt in front of everybody, let's talk about that we're doing the same thing to each other. I knew that marriage was over when they were in 2 separate houses. I said it before, I'll say it again. North house, south house, my butt. No, that marriage was crumbling. She didn't want to be anywhere near him. So she let him and the kids at one house, and, you know, they could afford to have a second one because they didn't sell it. And then she could be by herself. She can play with her toys, and she can have her some Jackie.
I'm mad to sit with that last one.
But you know what I'm saying. She can have her girl time. I mean, she's a gynecologist. Y'all saying she's not a lesbian. I'm not saying all lesbians are gynecologists. But that's the perfect job for a lesbian. All day, every day, spread open. Every woman you know exactly what she got. She can even see the midget and go, "Ooh, that's a midget." Mm-hmm.
See, because I used to.
And that, you know, that midget was open. You know that midget been giving it up because she put the thing in the midget, and she looked like, is it in? She looked like, is it in? I was like, that girl must be having a whole neighborhood running up in her, or have a big old man, because she put her in the stirrups and put that thing. She was
I'm gonna need to see
she's
that
like,
again.
"Are you comfortable?" She looked at her like, "Is it it?" I laughed so hard at that scene. Oh my god.
Clearly, because he's crying again, people. He's crying
Lord.
again.
That was a funny scene. Okay, not
I
because
need
she's
to
a little
rewatch
person.
that. I think because
she looked like she didn't feel nothing.
Oh,
damn. Well, she is pregnant, so.
Oh, she was?
Yeah, that's why she was seeing Simone, because she was pregnant.
Oh.
So it's not like she was a virgin.
Oh, shit.
That was her first gynecological appointment because she had never had one before. So you would expect something. You know, you putting some metal up in there and there's no reaction.
Well, she did live in Atlanta.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that when we get to Part Husband. But that was a joke. But yeah. Simone and Cecil are the second worst couple on the show because their marriage died a long time ago, despite that 20-year mark that they made last season. You know, that was all for the show. There were times in other seasons where she would just talk to him and I'd be like, wow, is that how you talk to your husband? You know, no regard or nothing. And then just finding out that she don't give head, she don't give him none, you know, she don't dress up, you know, she don't do nothing for the man, and then you expect him to say, I love you. I don't love you, shit, you don't even have sex with me. You know, and I know some women in the comments, and I'm going to bring this up, said that, you know, that a woman shouldn't have to give a man oral sex.
Well...
My thing is this.
Doesn't allow his wife to do that.
My thing is this. If y'all have that agreement, fine. My thing is this. If he has bad hygiene, I understand your point. Okay. I get that. If he has bad hygiene, of course not. If he's not doing her, then she shouldn't have to do him. I get that too. If he wants you to do him for an hour and do you for 3 minutes, I can understand you not doing him also. But...
just the act of not doing it at all.
But watching Simone's scenes, it's like...
from season 1.
Right. She didn't want nothing to do with sex with a man. Period. Her husband or anybody else. She had her kids and she was probably done after that. You know, this man's been starving for attention. I'm surprised they don't have him cheating on the show. And if he's doing it, he's doing it on the low.
Cecil, motherfucker.
But I'm just saying, if she was my wife, we'd have issues a long time ago. Because part of being in a relationship, married or not, is making sure your partner is sexually satisfied. That is something that both of you should be doing mutually, is sexually satisfying each other. And if you decide that you're being a prude or you don't like that or you want to do that, don't be upset when he goes somewhere else because you won't sexually satisfy him the way he needs to be done. Just like, you know, Toya. You know, if her husband don't get with the program, spank that butt, grab her by the back of the neck, and do it like she wanted to be done, and don't be mad if Tyrone do it. You know, it goes both ways. You know, you need to satisfy your partner. And that's how you keep a good relationship. You know, that's how you stop most of this cheating. You know, but I'm saying that's just one part of a component of a good relationship. You got to provide mental stimulation. You got to find emotional stimulation. And you got to provide sexual stimulation. I always said, I said on Facebook, you probably saw it, that the tip to having a great marriage or a great relationship is to always be in a state of perpetual dating. Don't ever let your partner feel like they're being for granted. You know, don't ever get too tired not to roll over and give him something real quick because he's horny. You know, and the same thing
just
with
let
him.
him. Just let him lay on top of you. And, like, just let him lay on top of you and just lay there. Like, just be like, look, I understand. I'm not in for it, but go ahead and
he's got to understand not to be thinking you in the Olympics.
This is not porn. Like that because if that is their job.
Well, I'm just saying if she's tired already, you know, like
don't be trying to put her leg all the way up here and do some. She's tired. She was with your damn kid and having to run her all day or cleaning the house.
If she's nice with it, it don't take that long anyway. if she know what she doing.
Is she grapefruit?
It don't. No grapefruit. No. Ain't nobody got time to have citrus in the penis. That's why the guy was running around burning. When I saw the original grapefruit video that started that, I said, "What is wrong with this woman? What is wrong with this woman and this grapefruit?" I said, this girl done lost her mind. You ain't putting no grapefruit nowhere near nothing of mine. It's like putting acid in your penis hole. Here, let me take this grapefruit and shove it up you. Let's see how you like citrus in the neither regions. You know, no grapefruit, nothing, no. So that's my number 2 couple. I think that marriage was just the fact she ain't giving them none makes her one of the worst couples.
So I'm gonna go ahead and segue into
your number 2,
which I kind of already did with my last comments, and it's Jackie and Curtis. I just hate saying his fucking name. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I'm giving him number 2 is because from what I've seen on the show, like he is trying, but just enough for him. He's not really trying for her, so that's why they will get a divorce. Things
won't change if he don't change and if she don't change. You know.
So that's kind of why I need you to off camera. We'll talk.
I just said they both need to change because obviously what they're doing ain't working. He has needs, she has needs. They need to meet together and say this is when the other advice. See, I'm the real relationship expert, not heavenly. I always say, and I just gave my friends this advice. One of my friends, he was like, "I'm finally ready to get back in the dating world," and I said, "Look, this is before you even try to date anybody."
Does this friend even listen?
He claims he did, you know, because he did. I'm in a Facebook group, and he actually don't live too far from here. But when we're in a Facebook group together, he put it out to the group, you know, I'm ready to get back out in the dating world. You know, how should I go about this? Because now that I'm older, and I said, make a list. One list of the things that you have to make you happy in a relationship, and your deal breakers of what you can't deal with. Because sometimes people have deal breakers and they compromise on their deal breakers, and then they either cheat, not happy, or
basically it leads to resentment.
Right. You know, so you got to know also the things that make you happy. For instance, I have a friend now in a relationship where she craves emotion and attention and love, and she wants her husband to be like all over her and I love you, and he is the coldest person you could imagine. He don't do that. He don't say I love you. He don't like to kiss. He don't like to hold. He don't like to give affection.
How did they even get married?
They got a kid. So if they didn't have a kid, they would.
How did they get married?
She was desperate. She's in her 40s. Well, she's in her 50s now, and she settled. She wanted a man. He was there, you know, and she pretty much just settled for what was there. You know, she's 52.
She black?
Yes.
Sad. It's kind of like Angela Bassett on 911, but
I don't watch that show either. But
it's they my number 2. I done already kind of I kind of went with them. So
I'll do my number 1.
His number 1, and then we go.
My number 1 worst couple that I have seen on Married to Medicine is Quad and Eugene. They are the worst, you know. But like, she shows no sign of caring, and she's a horrible actress. So when she's always trying to, like when they had their friends circling them and stuff, and trying to have that little meeting, and you know, he couldn't even get a word out. You know, he keeps asking her, "Well, what do you want?" You know, what she thinking to herself is, "I don't want you." You know, Quad married for money, and now that she's making her own money, she don't need him anymore. And so there's nothing he can really do right. I mean, like he said, you hang up on me, you block me on your phone. When a wife is blocking her own husband, you know she done with you. Mm-hmm. You know, when a husband allows his wife to block the phone, he's done with you too. And the fact that she now has an apartment and no longer lives with him, that's the same Simone Cecil stuff that happened.
She got an apartment?
She got an apartment. That was in my other video. Because she's on that talk show, Sister Circle. She says that the drive in Atlanta is too much in the morning to be there at 7 a.m.
Yeah, they getting a divorce.
So she got an apartment closer to the show.
She's going to file because she's tired of him not filing.
Let that book be a success and see what happens.
She's making it easy. She's making
Quiet as a Cat. I think Sister Circle can get canceled the way my show Roland Martin got canceled. News Now 1. Now, I love that show. You know, but
I think that programming is way better. I like that production value over at TV One.
I like News Now 1. I mean, Roland Martin. I now follow him on Facebook. You know, but waiting to find out about when he gets a new show. But you know, Sister Circle. Everybody is clowning Sister Circle. I haven't watched the whole episode. I've just seen clips like when they interviewed Stephanie Mills, and they were horrible. They were like fans giving interviews, not real talk show hosts. That was awful. I've seen a couple of clips, and I like Selena from R&B Divas, but they don't know what they're doing. They really don't. And Quad definitely don't know what she's doing
about it when he's actually able to. So I just wait and hear from them because I ain't gonna hear it from them.
And we know Greg. You know, I ain't gonna put no rumors out there, but you know, I do have radar. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I ain't even gonna say it out loud. But we know why what Quad was in that marriage, and Quad knew what she was in that marriage. And now that she has time to like get out, I mean they are in Atlanta, good Lord. Really? So that's my number one worst marriage. What's yours?
Simone Cecil is my one because
it's a mess. It's a mess.
They have been putting on for years. They've been putting on since the show began. So that's why they are the worst couple. You talking about trying to make fast and I really think it was just all for the sake of the TV, how that will look, and also trying not to fall under the reality show curse, because reality TV in reality does not end relationships. People in the relationships, it just magnifies to everyone else when it's on TV,
the problems that are
and
there.
it just like, and people will exploit it. And it's even bad when that's another video. You gotta really, they don't communicate. And that's number one. That's key. Like, and the sad part is they don't communicate, but I feel like they trust each other. I feel like there's some type of trust and no communication and with no sex. Like,
no, I don't think that is not trust that you're saying. I think that they were a team for the kids, and now that the kids are going off to college,
that probably is.
That was the glue that kept them together.
I mean, you talking about Quad and.
I'm talking about Simone Cecil.
Yeah, I know, but
your number one is Simone Cecil.
No. Follow me. You was talking about Greg and Quad.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now think about what I'm saying.
Oh, so you think the same thing?
It probably was a marriage of convenience for her.
Well, I put this out there. I do know
if a man can be, if a woman can be a beard, so can a woman.
And there are couples that
or
are
a man.
I'm saying, but there are couples that are beards for each other. She
Yeah.
do what she do, he do what he do. But for the rest of the world, they get married and I do know people like that. But usually they become swingers.
Yeah, it's like just swing. But I don't really think Simone is really into.
Well, I don't think she's into sex with a man. That's my thing. I think she's not into sex with a man.
Until today, I never really saw it. But then when we were sitting and talking, and I seen the last episode with her interaction with Jackie, and I was like, dang.
Yeah. So.
But
I would love
really
for them to come out on the show and I turn out to be right. I'm gonna do a video like I was right.
Never gonna happen. They are women of a particular age from a particular era.
That's why they need the Galen over it.
But for the record, I do not think that they are even gay or even. But it's a fun, for me, it's a fun thing to play with in my brain. But I don't really think that.
Trust
but
me.
I wouldn't be surprised if I put
you don't think Jackie's a little masculine? Yes or no?
That's why I just asked nobody.
Yes or no? Because you told me you thought Jackie was the masculine one. True. See,
now whereas though he thought Simone was gay,
you thought the same thing about Jackie.
Even though I just said I don't. Well, I don't really think that they gay, but
I said they bi. I think Simone is gay, but I think Jackie's bi.
I can actually see it.
I can see it too.
I'm not accusing, calling, saying,
but I don't think it's because there's nothing wrong with it.
No, it's
so
not
people
that,
don't think that I'm accusing or downing them or nothing. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just calling out. This is just my opinion.
You got to put a disclaimer every time you speak because
trust me, half the stuff we didn't say people are already mad about. So
it's true. Yeah.
So I mean, you can't say much. I can't even say I like Black Panther without people saying stupid stuff.
Number one, Cecil and Simone. They need to get it together because I feel like they would be great friends. They have a great. It's something about
I don't think they'll be great friends. I think they'll be great friends. They're going to go through a rough period where they hate each other. And then I think for the kids, once they both settle down, then they may come together as friends. But they got a rough patch coming before they can.
Because it's a lot of bitterness. That's 20 years.
20 years of baggage. So it'll take about, I would say, 10 years for them to be friends again.
But they gonna be friends again. Like it's inevitable.
I think once their kids give them grandkids and stuff like that, and they got to plan their kids' wedding.
I like to.
And they have these social
Simone
events.
Is a lot more.
Cecil won't be single for long. I'm gonna tell you that.
Hell no.
He's been on TV. There are a lot of these women in Atlanta gonna be chasing him, and he ain't gonna be single for long. Simone ain't gonna want no man.
Singleness only depends on his pocket, so it has nothing to do with his looks.
And I don't think he's broke. He's always had a job.
Not broke. Like he been making six figures.
She just made more than him
because she got the practice in the show. He don't
get
paid for the show.
Maybe this Kid Force stuff will actually be successful. Who knows? So I don't like the idea.
What's the idea again? What
where you take kids in the neighborhood to do jobs for the people in the neighborhood. Like if you need your grass mowed or something like that. But to me, the reason why I said I think it'll fail is because how much you going to charge a kid to mow the lawn or wash the dishes or whatever.
Hold up, the kid not charging you?
No. Yeah, the kid's charging them.
Oh.
But I'm saying how much money can you generate from that? You know, are you going to pay the same amount of money you would?
Because I don't know, no
professional
kid in
cleaner?
today's time is going to want to get up to go clean. They can barely get out of the palm hands.
But I'm just saying, if it was Teen Force, maybe, and teens are looking to make some money and they go to see.
Now, make it teens and I can see it working.
But kids, and then what about child labor laws?
Well, look at Teen Mom. What child labor laws?
Well, Teen Mom is different. You know, they didn't already screwed and did what they was going to do.